All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to build a clear, actionable plan for any Israeli business that wants to stop guessing and actually start growing on Instagram.
You know that feeling, right? You're putting in all this work. You're creating the posts, writing captions, picking out hashtags, and in return you get, well, crickets. It is one of the biggest frustrations out there, and trust me, you are definitely not alone.
But here is exactly why you can't afford to just throw in the towel. Check this out. A whopping 70% of consumers are now making their buying decisions directly on Instagram. It's not just a place for pretty pictures anymore. It's a full-blown engine for business. The good news? There is a method to the madness. So in this explainer, we are going to cut right through all that noise. We'll build a simple 4-step blueprint that's all about getting real results. So let's get into it. Okay, first things first. Before you even think about your next post, you have a really big decision to make. And this one choice, it impacts all the tools you're going to have to work with. So getting it right from the jump is absolutely critical. So Instagram gives you 3 basic flavors to choose from. The first one, a personal account, is pretty self-explanatory. It's for your private life, your friends, your cat photos, but it has 0 professional tools. So let's just park that one. We're focused on the 2 that are actually built for growth: business and creator.
And here is where it gets really interesting, because this is the crucial trade-off. Both accounts get you analytics and let you run ads, but the business account, which is really designed for traditional stores, has this really restricted music library. We're talking generic corporate tracks, 'cause of copyright rules. The creator account, though, that gives you access to the entire music library, all the trending sounds you need to make your reels actually take off.
So the takeaway here is pretty clear, especially if you're a freelancer or a small business owner today. If you are the face of your brand, if you're a consultant, an artist, a coach, the creator account is just a no-brainer. It gives you the best of both worlds, all the pro tools, without tying your creative hands behind your back.
All right, so you've picked the right account. The foundation is set. Now it's time to build out your digital storefront. Your profile is the very first thing a potential customer sees, and you've only got, maybe 3 seconds to make that impression count?
These 5 things right here, they're totally non-negotiable. Your bio needs to scream the value you provide, like immediately. Your link has to be a super clear call to action. A branded hashtag, that's how you start to build a real community. Pinning your top 3 posts shows off your best work first, and your story highlights, think of them like your website's navigation bar for FAQs, testimonials, you name it. And, the glue that holds all of this together is your brand voice. It's not just what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Are you playful and funny, or are you more authoritative and educational? Just decide on that personality, and then stick with it. That consistency is what builds trust and makes your brand unforgettable. All right, now for the big one, the question everyone always asks. What in the world should you actually be posting? The goal is simple, really. You want to create content that your audience values and that the Instagram algorithm wants to show to even more people. And listen, this is a massive shift. The days of those perfectly polished, corporate, too cool for school posts, they're pretty much over. The algorithm now actively rewards content that feels real, that feels genuine, and it will punish content that just looks like a blatant ad. So authenticity, it's not just a buzzword anymore. It is literally your strategy. So what does a healthy content mix really look like? Well, the key thing to notice here is that direct selling, the buy my stuff posts, should only be about 10% of what you do. Just a tiny slice of the pie. The other 90% of your content should be focused on educating, entertaining, and connecting with your audience. The strategy is simple. Give, 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 and then you can ask. And since Reels are, hands down, the #1 tool for growth right now, you have to master them. But don't worry, it's simpler than you think. Just follow this 4-part formula. A strong hook to grab them in the first 3 seconds. Use trending audio to ride the algorithm's wave. Provide some real value. Teach them something, make them laugh, and then a simple call to action. That's it. Okay, we're on to our final and honestly most crucial step, because creating great content is only half the battle. To really win, you have to understand what's working so you can do a lot more of it. And
the scale of the opportunity here is just massive. We are talking about 2.5 billion active users on the platform. Your ideal customers are on there. I guarantee it. You just need to use data to find them and understand them.
So forget vanity metrics like just the follower count. Once a week, open up your Instagram Insights and focus on these 5 things. Which posts reach the most new people? When are your followers actually online? What content is making them curious enough to click your profile link? This data is gold. It's your audience telling you exactly what they want to see.
And one of the most powerful tools for getting discovered is the good old hashtag. The easiest way to think about them is as keywords for Instagram. They basically tell the algorithm what your content is about and who it should show it to.
The best strategy here is all about the mix. You want to use a few very broad, popular hashtags to get a wide initial net, but you combine those with super specific, niche hashtags that attract your absolute ideal customer. It's that combo of reach and relevance that really works.
And here's something that might actually blow your mind. As a small business, you have a secret weapon, a superpower, really. While those huge faceless brands struggle to get even 2% engagement, you can, and you should, be aiming for 4 to 7%. Your size is your advantage. It lets you be authentic and build a community they can only dream of.
So there you have it. That's your 4-step blueprint. 1. Choose the creator account for maximum flexibility. 2. Build a powerful digital storefront that's crystal clear. 3. Create content that connects, not just sells. And 4. Use your data to measure what works and then do more of it.
Okay, we've covered a lot, I know, but progress always starts with just one single step. So my final question for you is this. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the one change you're going to make to your Instagram strategy today? That's your first move to getting real growth. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.